Day 26. Girl Power. Shallum, son of Halohesh, ruler of a half-district of Jerusalem, repaired the next section with the help of his daughters. Nehemiah 3:12. We ought to change the legend on our money from "in God we trust" to "in money we trust," because as a nation, we've got far more faith in money these days than we do in God. Arthur Hope. A woman is like a tea bag. You can't tell how strong she is until you put her in hot water. Nancy Reagan. Rent-A-Husband, Inc. is a company that caters to, believe it or not, busy women who do not have the time or the desire to tackle leaks, repairs, doors that don't shut, or a deck that needs painting. These are Rent-A-Husband's quintessential customers that transformed a once homeless guy into the owner of a $13 million a year business. This city and this wall, though, had no handyman or subcontractors to call. They had something much better. They had girl power. While nobles were much too important to lift a finger and get dirty, others caught a glimpse of the big picture. The daughters of the councilman, mayor, could have easily opted to stay home and watch the workers do the work. These ladies did no such thing. These gals were the real deal. Not only was this a unified mission, a singular purpose to accomplishing the impossible, but a defining moment for all. Without the passion and sweat equity of the women, the call would have failed, and this part of the city could not have been rebuilt. If it were not for Shallum's daughters, a vulnerable spot would have remained in a most prominent location, the mayor's backyard. They would have made the news, been on the cover of such ancient publications as Wall Street Journal, New Fortress Times newspaper, Popular Repairs magazine, Ladies' Walls Journal, Sabbath Evening Post, Home and Cracks magazine, Reader's Dig and Rest, or Fortress Illustrated. Why? Because this was not a task completed by human hands. This was a mission that linked ordinary people with an extraordinary God. Afraid? Beneath you? Uncertain how? Not in for this adventure? The Creator has orchestrated this mission as a call for you. Yes, you ladies, you can be part of a single passion that will be the determining factor in the survival of you and your family's finances. There is more than meets the eye riding on your passion for seeing God's plan of hope, peace, and joy in how you live with money. It can either own you or you can make it your tool for massive life change, beginning with your life. This is your first step. Know your true financial score, not the false god of the credit score. This has duped many people into borrowing for things they don't need with money they don't have to impress people they don't care about, all to increase the great credit score that promises peace and financial security and delivers heartache and headache. This financial score is where you are, the debt, the income, or the assets you may have to dump to get rid of the pain. Once you have your list, you can know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you can trust God. Her name is not known, but her story is timeless. As a matter of fact, her story has been used as an example of faith for over 2,000 years. Jesus knew who to go for a real example of trust. A woman who, in the world's eyes, did not have it all together. Her marriage was broken. She was single, probably had a child or two, and she was broke. The story picks up at a church of all places. It was that rather uncomfortable moment when the offering plate was passed, the time when music is played to take the edge off the awkward moment until it passes. In this place of worship, the offering plates were in the back, like buckets. So when you left, you could casually drop something in it on the sly if you were so inclined. That day, though, there were those who were there to be seen and recognized and to have the paparazzi take note of their large bills going into the offering baskets. Unfortunately, for the platinum contributors, whose dough was there for show, the single mom was there too. It must have been aggravating. The nerve of this indignant woman ruining their moment. Someone else noticed too, and he had a thing or two to say about this inequity. Unfortunately for the showboats, it was God with skin, Jesus Christ. He said to his followers, "You see that poor woman?" They must have thought about the poor lady standing there among the real givers. Yeah, that is one sorry-looking sight. The woman put in 2 pennies. All they could do was stare. Then the God-man said something confusing. He said the poor single mom had given more than all the others. More? Surely you jest. You don't mean the poor lady gave more than the wealthy, do you, Jesus? Yeah, that is exactly what he meant. He said these showboats gave out of their wealth, a tip, chump change, coins from the penthouse sofa. The poor widow put in more because she gave all she had. She gave everything. Everything? Yes, everything. What a fool! No one in their right mind, especially a single mom, gives every cent to a church, or a ministry, or a homeless guy, or to spreading the message of Christ to the remotest parts of the globe, right? It sounds like she was brainwashed, because no one who is intelligent does something like that. No one except a woman who completely trusts in her man. Not just any man, but the man who came to earth to show every woman, and man for that matter, that there is one man that can be trusted. One man that will not let them down. One man that will never leave them or cheat on them. The poor widow, or the struggling single mom, or any woman who cannot see the end of the financial heartache she is facing, can do like the foolish widow, because she knew whom she could trust, even with her last cent. Now, be like the mayor's daughters. Trust him for the financial mission of your life that will have a ripple effect throughout eternity. You can do it. God wired you perfectly for the task ahead.